Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Fong. This is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And good to hear from you. I got up this morning at about 5:30, and I'm going to start getting some of my work done before my 4-year-old wakes up. So if I look a little tired, maybe I am. All right? Let's take a look at your first lesson. You're working on 3 specific pronunciation lessons today, so you're working on reducing your accent in certain areas. The first one is the TH, the interdental voiced and voiceless consonant. For example, the words thigh, thy.
Thy, thy, breath, freezer, this, the, bath, better.
So with the second sound there, it's more A, it's a long vowel. Bathe. Isn't that interesting? You even have to change the pronunciation of the word when you go from a noun to a verb. So it's bath, bathe.
Though,
So the first word would be through, though.
thin, then,
That's good.
both, closer,
It would be awe, cloth, clothe.
green, thus,
It's good.
worth, worthy, rat, rather,
Okay, so far so good.
listening, discrimination, ether, either,
So it would be, yeah, ether, either. Ether, I think, is the chemical. Either is the conjunction.
moth, mother,
Moth, mother.
them, Anthony, anthrax,
Anthony, anthrax.
therefore, thereafter,
Therefore, thereafter.
thyroid, thyself, team, dance, really, thereby, thirst, orthodox, otherwise.
Okay, let's go to the
Voice
sentence
recording
readings.
exercise 1. Otherwise, great thirsty Orthodox religious leaders will conduct a thorough meeting to
Let's say thorough. Thorough meeting.
solve those community problems.
Okay, not bad.
2. After these men decided then to go past the college, thereby missing their third period class, they theorized that the theme of homecoming should be military couples of the past.
Okay, let's look at the one. Theorized. Theorized. I think you might be missing that Z in there. Theorized.
3. The thyroid gland.
The thyroid. Thyroid.
Can cause thyself to become fat and shortly thereafter causing heart disease.
And the word shortly. Shortly.
4. Anthony was threatened by anthrax, which
It's anthrax. Thrax. Don't forget the X. When we pronounce the X sound in English, it has a K and an S sound.
were brought into his farm by a mother moth. 5. I would rather either the ether or the Clorox be
No, it's Clorox. Clorox. Think of it this way. Let me give you a word that ends in K, like lock the door. Lock, lock, lock. Right now if I put S on it, it's locks. Locks the door. Now I could have spelled that L-O-X. Locks. So think of it as when you have an X, especially at the end of a word, but the X in the middle of a word also, it's kind of like a K and an S.
Used as a worthy cleaning agent worth more than its weight in feathery feathers.
Okay, good.
Voice recording exercise 2. Another benefit of exercising is that it increases bone mass. It is important to keep healthy and strong bones because they provide movement and protect our internal organs.
Okay.
Osteoporosis is the loss of bone mass and strength, which increases the risk of bone fractures.
Hey, good job on the risk, the K there.
This is most common in elderly women. Research has shown that regular exercise increases bone mass and strength and prevents bone loss in the elderly and is used to treat osteoporotic patients.
Okay, not bad. You're getting there. So, all right, let's go over to the next one. You're getting into the F and the V, but let me do this one. Let's read this. Let's read this paragraph together one more time before I move on to your next lesson. And try to read with me at the same pace. 3, 2, 1. Another benefit of exercising is that it increases the bone mass. Actually, it increases bone mass. It is important to keep healthy and strong bones because they provide movement and protect our internal organs. Osteoporosis is the loss of bone mass and strength, which increases the risk of bone fractures. This is most common in elderly women. Research has shown that regular exercise increases bone mass and strength and prevents bone loss in the elderly and is used to treat osteoporotic patients. Okay, now we're getting into the F and the V consonant sounds. Okay, here we go.
Of, half, have,
Good.
fine, vine,
Okay, you got to be careful your initial sound there. Fine, vine, vine, vine.
fan, van,
But it's fairy. 2 syllables. Fairy.
fairy, very,
Good. Good job on that one.
fail, veil, give, waver, waver,
Now you're getting it mixed up there.
fuel,
No, the first one is the F. Wafer. The second one is waver. Wafer, waver.
view, sip, save,
Okay, let's try these one more time. Feel, veal. Safe, save. Now you'll notice, Fong, there is a pattern that happens with a lot of vowel sounds when a voice consonant appears at the end of the word. Usually the vowel sound which precedes it's longer. Now if a voiceless consonant ends a word, then the vowel sound will be shorter. Remember that a voiceless consonant means there's no vibration in the vocal folds when you produce a sound, and a voice consonant means there is vibration in the vocal folds. So pay attention to the duration of the vowel sounds in the following pairs. Number 1, off, of. 2, half, have. Number 7, give, give. Number 10, safe, save. All right, let's go to the next exercise.
Listening discrimination dictation.
You can skip that exercise as far as I'm concerned, so don't worry about doing that one next time.
Voice recording exercise 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm
1.
interested in.
Half of the teeth have a
Let's try that again. I think you're not getting the tongue exactly between your teeth with the word thieves. Thieves. Listen to that again.
few, often, over. Voice recording exercise 1. 1. Half of the teeth have a turn off the foul set that leads to the fine wine.
Pretty good. And you have the word faucet. Stress on the first syllable.
2. The vines and fans were left in the vat and will be banned from further use.
Nice. But the last word is use. Use. Let me see. I think you might have said use.
The vines and fans were left in the vat and will be banned from further use.
Oh, yeah, you said use. Now it's interesting. If you say use, it's a verb. If you say use, it's a noun. I'll give you another example. Abuse, abuse. Breath, breathe. So sometimes the voiceless to the voiced consonant can also change not only the pronunciation, but it can change the part of speech of the word.
3. A few very large fairies are believed to have transported berries and leaves to be used as compost.
Good. Little problems with the word compost. Stress on the first syllable there.
4. Due to his failure to save his friend from a lifetime of illness, Brad finally figured to let the doctors operate, but to no avail. 5.
Pretty good.
It's easy to save veal and wafers until one decides to give away wafer to those who feel like they do not want to eat it.
Good. You're getting better now. Remember when you first started recording these exercises, it was so difficult for you to form the sounds of American English, but you're becoming more natural. You really are. So keep up the good work. And the more natural you sound, the faster you will be able to speak. And this is what we want for TOEFL.
Voice recording exercise 2. What is interesting is that researchers have continuous Pavlov's experiments with classical conditioning using.
I would say have continued there. No, that's okay. The word is that. Don't forget the Z at the end of the word is that.
Other subjects such as people.
Okay.
To discover the human are conditioned to very similar methods. For example, after a sound was continually combined with eating potato chips, college students came to salivate in reaction to the sound alone. Researchers have learned that many different organisms can be conditioned to respond to practically any stimuli, such as lights, sounds, and taste.
And that's the word or. So it's such as lights, sounds, or tastes. And don't forget, when you have items in a series, Fong, you have like A, B, or C. Okay, now let me read this one with you. You can practice with me one more time. And again, the purpose here is to help you remember the speed and the pacing with your recording. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. What is interesting is that researchers have continued Pavlov's experiments with classical conditioning using other subjects such as people. They discovered humans are conditioned to very similar methods. For example, after a sound was continually combined with eating potato chips, college students came to salivate in reaction to the sound alone. Researchers have learned that many different organisms can be conditioned to respond to practically any stimuli, such as lights, sounds, or tastes. Okay, now we're getting into the You're now practicing the syllabic consonants. O, O, And I'm going to go ahead and find in my book where this is. It makes it a little easier for me to go along with you. Okay, let's see. So syllabic consonants. Okay. I think we're getting there. Okay, here we go. So the O and the Got it. Here we go. Okay, let's see how you did on this one. And the syllabic consonant is kind of interesting. A syllabic consonant, it consists of a consonant and a vowel. And that's why we call it a syllabic consonant, because if you have a consonant and a vowel together, it does form another syllable.
Multiple, Robert, example, pressure, principle, number, example, nature.
I think that one, resemble, there's something about the R sound in that one. Let me listen to it one more time.
Number, example, nature.
Okay, wait a minute.
Example, pressure, principle, number, example.
No, you said dissemble, it's resemble.
Nature, lifestyle, answer, people, philosopher, muscle, purpose, stabilize.
It's more stable, stabilize, stabilize, the O, stabilize.
Further, oil, fat, pasture.
See, that's tough for you, so it's that S, that medial S sound, pasture, pasture, pasture. So I'm guessing that in your language, Vietnamese, you don't have that combination or that phonology. That particular sound pattern doesn't exist in the medial parts of the words in your own language, I'm guessing.
Patcher, Bradriel, Bradger. However,
Okay, now in terms of the O and the you got it. I don't think you have any major problems with this particular sound. Now, you are having some trouble pronouncing some of the words, but not those two sounds. But I want you to practice these words with me again, beginning with number 1. Multiple, Robert, example, pressure. Let's do the word example, example. Now remember the other time that I said the X many times has the K and the S, and this time it has the G and the Z combination. Egg, eggs. You see that? Egg, example. Principal, number. Resemble, nature. Lifestyle, answer. People, philosopher. Muscle, purpose. Stabilize, further. Oil, pasture. Fragile, however.
listening discrimination, able, ever, the, danger. Voice recording exercise 1.
Okay, here we go.
1. Is there any ever able to find the ample silver in the soil in the dust outside of Oceanside?
Okay, the word is desert. Desert. And then there's the word anyone. Anyone. Desert.
2. A civil worker is a simple servant, either to the direct public or to an organization which provides a service to the public. 3.
Yeah, you're right there. I put a organization, but you corrected it. It's an organization because the first sound in that word that precedes the article, that comes after the article, is a vowel, so it's an organization.
The army settled for the capture of the city during a dangerous battle of April 1762.
Now, you know what's interesting is you may not even know this, but these words in bold that you're reading, you're kind of putting a little more emphasis on those words. And you know what? It gives you good sentence rhythm. This is something that you're going to be working on probably beginning this week or next week. Sentence rhythm means it's a combination of stress and unstressed words in the English language. And when we're speaking, we have a tendency to put more stress on nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and verbs, right? That is what we call the stress, the sentence stress on those words. We put less stress on determiners, auxiliary verbs, and also prepositions. So you actually have a pretty good sentence rhythm as you're doing this.
4. The singer had trouble performing during the concert
I would say concert, concert.
because of the burning building 2 blocks down from the venue, which made authorities consider canceling the show altogether.
And you had a little trouble with that TH in the word authorities. Authorities.
5. Another example where Grams has gone all right. Bakersfield decided to hire more police officers so that the town will resemble the way it used to be 50 years ago, quiet and safe.
All right. Now let's do these together. I still want you to practice these with me right now. So if you need to go to the video to look at these sentences, go ahead. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Is there anyone ever able to find ample silver in the soil in the desert outside of Oceanside? Number 2. A civil worker is a simple servant either to the direct public or to an organization which provides a service to the public. Number 3. The army settled for the capture of the city during a dangerous battle of April 1762. 4. The singer had trouble performing during the concert because of the burning building 2 blocks down from the venue, which made authorities consider canceling the show altogether. 5. Another example where crime has gone awry, Bakersfield decided to hire more police officers so that the town will resemble the way it used to be 50 years ago, quiet and safe. Okay, let's go to the paragraph reading.
Voice recording exercise 2. Although fires are thought to be destructive and dangerous, many plants such as rub, masses, and pine flatwoods depend on fire in order to survive.
Good job on the items in the series. I can hear your tone rising on the first 2. It drops on the second 2. You need to listen to your recording again. You're getting a little better with that. Tone is very difficult to learn in a new language, but I feel the sense that you're becoming more aware of that factor. So keep up the good work.
Fires help habitats and are important to endangered species of animals that rely on these plants for survival. Fire management companies suppress fires and use prescribed burning control fire in a confined area so that the habitats which need fire can have survival, while the general public and industry can remain stable.
I would say the word industry. Usually not industry, but industry. The stress on the first syllable there. Okay, let's read this one together too one more time. So if you need to go to the video to find the paragraph for lesson number 21 near the end of the video, you can find that now. 3, 2, 1. Although fires are thought to be destructive and dangerous, many plants such as scrub, marshes, and pine flatwoods depend on fire in order to survive. Fires help habitats and are important to endangered species of animals that rely on these plants for survival. Fire management companies suppress fires and use prescribed burning, controlled fire in a confined area, so that the habitats which need fire can have survival, while the general public and industry can remain stable. Okay, so we're finished with today's lessons. So you're making progress. Today you are focusing exclusively on the pronunciation lessons of my online TOEFL course. And one thing that you might think about, which is something you can do, you don't need to record these for me, but just for your own purposes, if you want to practice integrated speaking a little bit, what you can do here is you can look at these paragraphs you're reading, is look at them, take some notes, try to rewrite them, or paraphrase or summarize them using your own vocabulary and your own grammar, right? And then practice orally summarizing the information. And that's very good practice for your integrated speaking skills. Okay, anyway, good luck to you, and thank you for doing the lessons. I look forward to hearing from you tomorrow.